Welcome, everyone, to Intensity Broadcasting for coverage of the Club Jerky Mayhem Modifieds powered by Major's Garage. Tonight, these SK Modifieds will be taking on Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. So this should be some exciting short track racing here for you tonight. I'm going to be your announcer for tonight, Atman Weiss, and I am excited to call this event. Before we get too much into the racing action, we do want to thank our two sponsors, Major's Garage and Club Jerky. Starting off, Major's Garage. Major's Garage is the home of free baseline iRacing setups, awesome affordable monthly subscriptions, telemetry, iRacing coaching, and more. So if you're looking to get better on iRacing or you want better setups, go ahead and message majorsgarage.com. Major's Garage is actually powering Mayhem Racing League. So Mayhem Racing League is powered by Major's Garage League. We also want to thank Club Jerky, and Club Jerky constantly searches the country to find great tasting beef jerky. Only the best is delivered to their members and gift recipients. You basically select the amount of beef jerky you want them to send you, tell them where to send the beef jerky. You can get them sent to your home, to your office, or even as a gift to someone special. And then the magic, fresh, and delicious jerky will arrive in the mail every single month. Perfect for birthdays, and I know Christmas is coming up in a couple months, so if you like beef jerky, or if you know someone who likes beef jerky, Club Jerky is the perfect gift. I actually most recently got my dad Club Jerky for his birthday, and it's supposed to be coming soon. So, again, great for birthdays, great for Christmas. Check them out, clubjerky.com. We want to take a look here at our current point standings after 3 races this season. Right now, on top of the point standings, it's Eddie Hughes, but only 5 points behind. It's Thomas Eggleston, second in points. Third with 2 wins this season is Logan Powers. Fourth in points, Seth French. And then rounding out your top 5, it's Sean Langton. So the points race very, very close right now, and I think it's going to continue to stay that way here in tonight's event. Last week, we were at Langley Speedway. We saw Logan Powers get the victory. He only led 1 lap, and that was the one that counted the last lap. We saw Stephen Rochefort. He ended up getting second, finished only 4 tenths behind Logan. David Guarino finished third. Mike Durfee finished fourth. And then Eddie Hughes rounded out your top 5. So we are here in qualifying. Each driver will have 2 laps to complete their fastest lap time. So let's see, right now we're watching Stephen Rochefort. We got Mike Durfee on track. Everybody getting ready to set a lap time here. Sean Langton to the top of the board with a 18.42 is his lap time. Mike Durfee second, 19.69. There goes Chris Spangler to the top of the board with a 18.35. Logan Powers second, 18.38. Jim Cook third, 18.41. So right now 300 separates first and second. Stephen Rochefort to the top of the board with a 18.34. Then Logan Powers sets a great lap time of 18.16. Wow. I'm not sure if anybody's going to be able to catch that one. We know Logan Powers is always fast in these races. I mean, he won last week. Yeah, nobody's able to get close to him. Do see Eddie Hughes getting ready to qualify. He was fastest in practice. Let's see how well he's going to do. Thomas Eggleston is second, 18.20, still about 400ths off of Powers' fastest lap time. Yep, Eddie Hughes is the... Oh, he is able to get to the board 12th, 18.38. He did a lot better in practice. Let's see if he can improve on lap number 2. We saw Powers improve on lap number 2. Let's see here. Yeah, he was actually a little bit slower, so Eddie Hughes will be starting in 12th, it looks like. Still got 2 minutes left. Everybody has completed their lap time. Let's take a look here at your race info. 79 degrees Fahrenheit air temperature, 55% humidity, partly or cloudy skies, 8 miles per hour wind speed, a little bit windy. Track temperature is 81 degrees, and this is about 0.6 of a mile, 0.57 to be exact, and it's in Nashville, Tennessee. See, we have Anthony Mintz on track right now. I believe this is his first race of the season in this league. 18.27 is his lap time, running in the top 5 right now. David Guarino, 6th. He's also on track right now. And also coming up after this, we will have the SCSRA Xfinity Series as well. So after this broadcast ends, make sure to stay tuned and turn on those notifications so you get notified when we go live. We'll be at Martinsville Speedway for 170 laps. And we are now currently gridding here for your feature event, your heat race. Got Logan Power starting on the pole with a 18.155 as his lap time. Outside of him with Club Jerky Racing, it's Marshall Harhay. Third place will be Anthony Mintz. Outside of him, it's New England's Will Holbrook. And then rounding out your top 5, we have Jim Cook. 6th place will be David Ankenbauer. 7th, Sean Langton. And then rounding out your top 8, it is R.F. Boyer. And just to explain the heat race format and how everything will work, heat races will get you points for the top 3. First will get 3 points, second will get 2 points, third will get 1 point, and then the top 8 are inverted. So the top 4 from each heat race will be inverted. So whoever finishes 5th in this heat race will start on the front row. And this basically mixes up the field and makes for some awesome racing and puts a lot of the faster guys in the back, slower cars in the front, and makes it so the faster cars have to make their way up through the field. All right. Pace car will be pulling in this time by. Again, Logan Power starting on the bottom. Marshall Harhay starting on the top. And this is for bonus points. And it could definitely help a lot of these drivers in the point standings right now, like Logan Powers, who's running right now in third in points right now. Could also help Sean Langton. He's running 4th in points right now. Any bonus points could help you get to the top of the standings. Pace car's in. There we go. Green flag is out, and there we see Logan Powers taking off. He is side by side with Marshall Harhay as we go into turns 1 and 2. And we see Powers is able to get clear. Anthony Mintz trying to get under that 916 right now. He's there. They're side by side as we go into turns 3 and 4. Anthony Mintz, I believe, with the nose as we cross the line here. They're all fanning out behind them. We see David Ankenbauer there behind them. Oh, we see some cars into the outside wall, some cars around. There are no cautions in this heat race. Oh, I guess there is. Interesting. We got the wreckage replay up right now. Let's take a look at what happened. Here we go. So we were watching from the perspective of R.F. Boyer. He's got Sean Langton behind him. We see a car wash is way up the track. I believe that's Will Holbrook. He gets into the outside wall, slides down, and then right into R.F. Boyer. See Sean Langton involved as well. Ooh. So we're here under caution right now. Logan Powers in the lead right now. He's been able to keep it, but we've seen a tight battle for second between Anthony Mintz and Marshall Harhay. Let's take a look at here's how your top 5 is looking right now. Logan Powers in first. Looks like Anthony Mintz had the nose when the caution flag came out. He's running in second. Marshall Harhay third. We got David Ankenbauer fourth. And then rounding out your top 5, we have Jim Cook. And here we go, getting ready to go green here. Logan Powers restarting on the bottom. Anthony Mintz restarting on the top. And there we see the pace cars in. And there we see Logan Powers taking off. He is able to get clear of Anthony Mintz. But we do see a battle for second going on. Marshall Harhay trying to get back under that 17 of Anthony Mintz. We see David Ankenbauer looking to the high side of Harhay. He's almost clear. Oh, looks like David Ankenbauer is blinking a little bit. And Anthony Mintz, he's able to get clear. He's going to try to set his sights on your leader. We see Marshall Harhay washes way up the track. Here comes Sean Langton. He's looking to the outside of David Ankenbauer for that third spot. They're side by side here on the backstretch. We see they're wrecking behind them. Oh, they beat and bang a little bit. Ankenbauer getting all the way down onto the apron. We see R.F. Boyer there as well. He's trying to make his way back up to the field after getting involved in our most recent incident. Anthony Mintz just ran the fastest lap time of the race with a 18.18. Trying to track down your leader, Logan Powers. Ankenbauer throwing blocks, trying to hold off Boyer and Langton. We see R.F. Boyer able to get low under the 7 machine, and he's going to be setting his sight. Oh! Ankenbauer loose off of turn number 2, and that is going to give R.F. Boyer that third spot. Sean Langton there as well, though, right on his back bumper with less than 5 laps to go. And Sean Langton right there on R.F. Boyer's back bumper. What's he going to try to do here? This is for the 3rd place spot. Final lap for Logan Powers. He has a 5/10 lead over 2nd place Anthony Mintz. He's coming. I don't think he's going to be able to catch Logan Powers here. Through 3 and 4, onto the front stretch. Last week's winner, Logan Powers, is going to try to get another win here this week at the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. He already puts a heat race win onto his resume, but the field will be inverted. I believe Jim Cook will be starting on the pole, or at least on the front row. Here we go now for our 2nd heat race. Got drivers getting onto the grid. Let's take a look here at your starting lineup. We got Thomas Eggleston starting on the pole with a 18.200. Second will be Stephen Rochefort. 3rd place, David Guarino from New York. And 4th, it's Seth French. And then 5th place, we have Chris Spangler. 6th will be Mr. Eddie Hughes. 7th, Scott Rochefort. And then rounding out your top 8, it's Mike Durfee. So here we go, getting ready for our pace laps. See a lot of drivers warming up their tires, just trying to get as much heat into them as possible. And here we go. We're going to be getting ready to go green this time by. So here we go. Again, Thomas Eggleston starting on the bottom. Stephen Rochefort starting on the top. Here we go, coming to the green flag. Pace cars in. Thomas Eggleston is going, and we are green flag racing here at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. We see Stephen Rochefort taking it to the outside, and he's almost clear of Thomas Eggleston. And look at that. Stephen Rochefort is up to the lead now. He's got Seth French right on his back bumper. Seth French with 1 win this season. He knows how to get it done. He's trying to get win number 2. Seth French looking high, looking low, trying to set up that pass. I see he might be trying to diamond the corners here in the turns. Side by side for 3rd between Eddie Hughes and Thomas Eggleston. These two are currently battling for the point standings lead right now. Any position ahead of the other could definitely count towards the point standings. Seth French with the fastest lap time of the race so far, 18.31. He's continuing to try to track down Stephen Rochefort. I think he's going to try to make a pass here in the next couple of laps. Thomas Eggleston trying to get up there to Eddie Hughes. Eddie Hughes was able to make it by, but Thomas Eggleston is going to try to get back to 3rd here. And look at this. Here comes Eddie Hughes trying to get under Seth French for that 2nd spot. Oh, we see him and Thomas Eggleston actually beat and bang a little bit. And to think this is the heat race. Thomas Eggleston up to that 3rd spot. Now, he just ran the fastest lap time of the race with a 18.21. Eggleston looking very fast right now, trying to reel in your top 2. Stephen Rochefort, Seth French. See French getting to the wall a little bit. David Guarino with the fastest lap time of the race, 18.16, and he's running in 6th place right now. He definitely can make his way up to the field here if he keeps running those kinds of lap times. We see Chris Spangler trying to get by Eddie Hughes for that 4th spot. Spangler all over the 34's back bumper. David Guarino right there in Chris Spangler's back bumper. He ran another scorching fast lap time in that number 68 machine. We see Thomas Eggleston reeling in Seth French for that 2nd spot. Eggleston able to get under him as we go here through 3 and 4. Oh, they beat and bang a little bit, and we see Eggleston up to that 2nd spot now. He's going to continue to try to hold off Seth French. Seth French not letting him get away. Look back here at the battle for 5th between David Guarino and Chris Spangler. Guarino trying to get by that 33. At the same time, Chris Spangler's trying to make it by the 34. We see Guarino looking low as we go into turns 1 and 2. He can't quite get under him. Here we watch Chris Spangler try to set up that pass on that number 34 machine. And we are side by side. Guarino was finally able to get under that 33 machine. And looks like he was able to get clear. David Guarino now into the top 5. Chris Spangler still right there on Guarino's back bumper. I mean, what a dominant performance here from Steven Rochefort. Started outside pole, was able to get by Thomas Eggleston on, I believe, the first lap, and has kept the lead ever since. Just got to make it here through 3 and 4, not let the rest of the field catch him. And there we go. Steven Rochefort gets the heat race victory. Thomas Eggleston 2nd, Seth French 3rd. We're going to have another 5-minute warm-up before we officially go green flag racing. Let everybody get a little bit more practice time. And this league is open setup. The sponsor, Majors Garage, did provide a setup for everybody who needed one. And these drivers could either just use the setup as it is, they could make some personal changes to it based on their personal preferences, or the drivers could use their own setup that they already had. So that's what this final practice is going to be for these drivers, to continue experimenting with their setups and maybe making a few changes based on, you know, what happened in qualifying, what happened in the heat races, and how the car felt. Right now, Eddie Hughes to the top of the board. 18.25 is his lap time. And then he's into the inside wall. Looked very, very strong in the heat race. Very, very fast in practice. Didn't have the qualifying attempt that he had wanted. Definitely think Eddie Hughes. I'm going to say this. Eddie Hughes is my pick to win the race. He's had a great season so far. Average start of 7th, average finish of 5th. Just has done a fantastic job in these 3 races so far. He's just going to hopefully add a win to his resume this season. Again, we want to thank our sponsors, Club Jerky and Major's Garage, for supporting Mayhem Racing League. Make sure to visit both of their websites at majorsgarage.com and clubjerky.com. Brief description: Club Jerky, it is a monthly subscription where you get beef jerky every single month. It's random. You get what you want, you get, and it's kind of a surprise. So it's good for any beef jerky fans. And then Major's Garage, they basically provide free baseline setups like the ones that these drivers are using tonight, some of them at least. And they have telemetry, coaching. I mean, it's the perfect place if you want to get better on iRacing or you want at least better setups. So make sure to visit their website at majorsgarage.com. See David Guarino to the top of the board with the 18.14. He's looked very fast. He looked fast in the heat race. He was coming for your top, or no, I think he was running in 5th at the end of the heat race. I think he may be actually starting on the front row due to the invert. We'll have to see here. They are at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, Jim. The 0.6 of a mile oval located in Nashville, Tennessee. One of the most popular and one of the most trickiest short tracks on iRacing. Main thing that you first notice when you drive here is how bumpy it is. It is terribly bumpy in whatever car you're driving. So you kind of just have to deal with that. You can't really use the throttle like a light switch or you're going to spin immediately. It's a really fun track. I mean, it's got the big oval and combining the pits and like a little section in the infield. There's also a Legends oval as well. There you can kind of see it. There's the back stretch. It's an awesome track for sure. Definitely worth a buy. And here we go. We are gridding for your 75-lap feature. Starting on the pole, we have Eddie Hughes. Outside of him, it's California's Sean Langton. Third will be Seth French. Fourth, it's the 12 of R.F. Boyer. And then rounding out your top 5, it's Thomas Eggleston. Then in 6th, it's Anthony Mintz. 7th will be Stephen Rochefort. And then 8th is Logan Powers. 9th place, we have Jim Cook. And then rounding out your top 10, it's David Guarino with Club Jerky Racing. It's Marshall Harhay in 11th from the Virginias. It's Chris Spangler in 12th. 13th will be David Inkenbauer. 14th is Scott Rochefort. And then rounding out your top 15, it's Will Holbrook. 16th is Mike Durfee. Yeah, it's Nashville. Yep, Yep, it goes by different. It can go by different names. Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, the Fairgrounds. Again, it's an awesome track on iRacing. Get a lot of bang for your buck with 2 different configurations: the 0.6 of the mile oval, and then the little Legends oval in the combining the pits and the infield. And we are getting ready to go green here. Eddie Hughes starting on the bottom. Sean Langton starting on the top. Pace car's in. And green flag is out. There we see Eddie Hughes taking off. They are side by side between him and Sean Langton, who's going into turn 1 and 2. We see Seth French there as well. Langton getting a great job on that outside. He is able to get clear of Eddie Hughes. I believe it was at 18.18 was the pole qualifying time. Right now, so for the fastest lap time of the race is at 18.36. And that lap time, the pole lap time, was set by Logan Powers. We have a battle for second brewing right now. Eddie Hughes and Seth French. Seth French all over that 34's back bumper. It's like Seth French is trying to... Oh, hits the outside wall, washed way up off of turn number 4. See that? Oh, car into the outside wall. We see a bunch of drivers going down to a bottom to avoid that. That's Eddie Hughes, your pole sitter. He's fallen way back to 13th place. See, Thomas Eggleston just ran the fastest lap time of the race with a 18.11. He's running in that third spot right now, trying to reel in second place Seth French. Do have a battle brewing for fourth right now. Logan Powers looking under RF Boyer. About to his rear quarter panel right now. Again, qualifying was 18.16, I believe, was the fastest lap time, and it was set by Logan Powers. See Thomas Eggleston beginning to reel in Seth French. Eggleston has been very, very fast, and he's looking low under him as we're going into turns 3 and 4. He's right there. Here he comes. Eggleston to Seth French's rear quarter panel. He was right there, and somehow he fell behind. Got Logan Powers up to the 4th spot. He's got, see, that's David Guarino in the 68 trying to catch up to him. Got RF Boyer, Stephen Rochefort all right there. They're side by side. Let's see if Stephen Rochefort can get clear. Stephen Rochefort now up to that 6th spot. He's going to be setting his sights on your 5th place driver, David Guarino. These are SK modifieds. Again, Thomas Eggleston reeling back in Seth French for that 7th spot. He's trying to get under him as we go into 3 and 4. What's Thomas Eggleston going to try to do here? It looks like he's trying to diamond the corners to get under that 54 machine. Eggleston is faster right now. Not by too much, but he's still a little bit faster. He's looking low here on the back stretch. And he's there. Side by side here through 3 and 4. And we see Seth French into the outside wall. Thomas Eggleston now to that 2nd spot. Seth French still right there. He gets loose off of turn number 2 into the outside wall. Still able to save it, though. Here comes David Guarino reeling in 4th place driver Logan Powers. And let's see what David Guarino is going to try to do here. And we have a caution flag coming out. Chris Spangler involved in this one. And I'm not sure if anybody else. Let's take a look here. So here he is. He is chasing the 12 car of RF Boyer. He's looking low. And it looks like he washes up a little bit, was running on the apron. And that is going to send Boyer around. Both of them into the outside wall. Do see Eddie Hughes is getting his lap back. He got involved in an early wreck. He's trying to make his way back up to the field. So far, it's been pretty much all Sean Langton. Was able to get by Eddie Hughes very, very early on. Nobody's really been able to catch him. Langton trying to get his first win of the season. So let's take a look. Here's how your top 5 is looking currently. Sean Langton is in first. Eggleston in second. Got Seth French in third. Logan Powers fourth. And then right now running in fifth, it's David Guarino. So I believe we're getting ready to line up double file this time by. And get back to green flag racing. Lights are off on the pace car. We're officially getting ready to go back green here. Sean Langton will be restarting on the bottom. Above him, it's Thomas Eggleston. Here we go. Waiting for that pace car to make the hard left turn on a pit road. And green flag is out. There we see Sean Langton taking off. He is able to cross the line in the lead with Seth French in second. Seth has Thomas Eggleston right on his back bumper, though. We see French actually is beginning to reel in Sean Langton for that lead as well. Seth is not only looking in front of him, he's looking in that rearview mirror. He also has Thomas Eggleston right on his back bumper. Here comes the 78. We see Eggleston has Logan Powers to his high side. And Logan Powers up to that third spot right now. Logan Powers looking to try to get by Seth French. And we see another caution flag come out. This time it looks like Will Holbrook is involved in this one. So here's Will Holbrook. He's running pretty much by himself. Was catching RF Boyer. Gets way down on the apron. And you see the car starts to get sideways immediately after coming back up. And after that, it's pretty hard to save it. Barely misses hitting Eddie Hughes into the inside wall. Hate to see it there for Will Holbrook. So again, back under caution here. With Sean Langton still in the lead, was able to hold off Seth French and company during that small green flag run that we had. Chris Spangler getting at least one of his laps back. He's still a couple laps down. Yep, 2 to be exact. He's going to try to continue to get those laps back. Take a look here. Again, Sean Langton first. Seth French second. Logan Powers third. Thomas Eggleston fourth. David Guarino running in fifth right now. We're getting ready to go back green here. And again, Sean Langton so far has led every single lap so far, I believe. One driver who dominated last race was Seth French, your second place driver. He led 90 of the 92 laps at Langley. But in the end, ended up coming short after getting involved in a last lap wreck. And then we saw Logan Powers ended up getting the win. Here we go. Sean Langton restarting on the bottom. Seth French restarting on the top. Here we go. And green flag is back out there. We see Sean Langton taking off. We are side by side for second. Here comes Logan Powers and Seth French battling it here on the back stretch. Seth French into the outside wall. That is going to give Logan Powers that second spot. We see, a big pileup. All I saw was that Seth French machine was around. And that'll happen after he got into the outside wall. All right, so we saw Seth French. He was running side by side with Powers for second. Into the inside wall, we see the two right side tires lift up into the air. That's going to slow him way down, and he slides down right in front of David Guarino. And it looks like French might have came down a little bit. I'm not sure. We see both of them. Oh! Guarino getting a little bit of airtime. Oh! We see Seth French going onto his side almost. That was crazy. Wow. So again, we are under caution here at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. This really shook up your top 5. Langton still in the lead. Logan Powers up to second. David Guarino is in third now. Scott Rochford is in fourth, and then fifth we have Stephen Rochford. One driver who I'm going to be watching on this next restart here is Logan Powers. Logan, one last race at Langley, has looked very, very fast, won the first heat race. He's definitely got a great chance to make it by your leader, Sean Langton. So these SK Modified so far have completed 36 laps. I believe this is our third caution. Last race we saw 8 cautions. Let's see if we can get a good green flag run here. Lights are off on the pace car, getting ready to go back green here. Sean Langton will be restarting on the bottom. Logan Powers restarting on the top. Behind them, it's David Guarino and Scott Rochford. Pace car is in. Green flag is out there. We see Sean Langton taking off. He is able to get clear of Logan Powers. We are side by side for third between Scott Rochford and David Guarino. Scott Rochford falls in line now in fourth. We see Logan Powers reeling in. Sean Langton looking to the outside. I don't think Powers has enough power to get around him that way. I mean, we've seen the outside work before. I'm not sure, though. Side by side for third between David Guarino and Scott Rochford. We see David Guarino able to get back to that third spot. Still, Logan Powers trying to get up there to Sean Langton. He just can't catch him. Stephen Rochford able to get to that fourth spot. He's going to be setting his sights on your top 3. Closest car to him, that's David Guarino. 7/10 separate the two. We see Logan Powers continuing to try to set up that pass on Sean Langton. Powers just ran the fastest lap time of the race, chasing that 7 machine with a 18.07. Wow. I believe that's the first driver all night long to break into the 18.0s. Great lap time for him. This is the onboard cam of that 31 machine. You see him getting right there. Powers looking to the high side. About to Langton's rear quarter panel. To the door. They're pretty much equal here on the back stretch. Sean Langton still with the nose here through turns 3 and 4. Wow. Very, very tight battle right now. Oh, we see they almost make contact. Powers washes way up the track. And here comes David Guarino taking advantage of the 31's mistake. He's taking a look down low. And as I say that, we see caution flag come out. And that's Seth French involved in this one. Another wreck for him in the night as the Nightmare Night continues for that 54 machine. Here he is, chasing Thomas Eggleston, Mike Durfee. And there we see he goes around. And then into the, just getting loose. Turn 2 has definitely been a trouble spot for a lot of drivers. And I think that's going to continue here. So that is going to bring out the 4th caution of the race. We did see something interesting. Both Stephen Rochefort and Scott Rochefort both came in when, I'm not sure why. I don't think they needed to come in for fuel. They might have. The only thing is either tires or fuel. I'm not sure if they have tire sets in this league. If they finish in the top 3, we'll have to interview them. They did have to give up track position for it. Both of them were running in the top 5. We'll see if that decision to come in will pay off for them. This next restart, we will be doing a pump up the intensity restart, so you'll get to hear all the sights and sounds of this next restart. We're getting ready to go green here, so we're going to go ahead, put the logo on the screen, turn the volume up. Again, here is pump up the intensity. We did have a caution flag come out while we were doing pump up the intensity. We'll go ahead and get your wreckage replay up to see exactly what happened. It's like we see Jim Cook was around, Scott Rochefort was around. This just shows how risky it is coming into the pits, as you'll have to make your way up to the field and potentially get involved in a wreck, just like what happened to Scott and Stephen Rochefort. So we see, here's Jim Cook on the outside. He's got Seth French below him. And I think Seth French thought he was clear, hit the nose of Jim Cook. Jim Cook slides down into Stephen Rochefort. And then they all get loose. Scott has nowhere to go except for right into Stephen. Ooh, heavy hit between Scott Rochefort and Jim Cook. So once again, we got 20 laps to go here. Back under caution. Can Sean Langton hold off Logan Powers and company and get his first win of the season? Or we might see another. We'll see. Maybe see Logan Powers get his third win of the season. Could see a new winner, David Guarino. Might see Seth French make his way up to the field, get his second win of the season. It's anybody's game here. As we've seen anything happen, or as we've seen anything can happen this season. We've seen a lot of crazy stuff, a lot of last lap wrecks. So it's anybody's race. Lights on. The pace car are off. We are getting ready to go back green here. Sean Langton will be restarting on the bottom. Logan Powers will be restarting on the top. Here we go. Pace car's in. Got Sean Langton taking off. He is able to get clear of Logan Powers side by side for second. Here comes David Guarino looking low under that 31 Phoenix construction machine. We see Logan Powers is going to shut the door now, and he's trying. Oh, we're spinning. RF Boyer's around. Seth French involved as well. This was like right off of turn number 2. Weren't even able to complete a lap. So right now, here we have RF Boyer. He's got Stephen Rochefort to his outside. He's coming up on Thomas Eggleston. Ooh. Looks like we see Stephen slides. Oh. So Stephen slides down a little bit. He clips Boyer. Boyer slows down. Then we see French gets into him. And then RF Boyer into the inside wall. Hate to see it there for all of the drivers involved. See Scott Rochefort getting back onto the lead lap, and that's going to put him back into contention for this one. As again, it's still anybody's race. Anything can happen. We saw a huge battle for first between Sean Langton and Logan Powers. Right now, let's take a look here at your top 5. Sean Langton in first. Logan Powers second. David Guarino is in third. Eddie Hughes is in fourth. Mike Durfee running in fifth. believe we're getting ready to go back green here. Yep. We see Sean Langton getting ready to restart on the bottom. Logan Powers restarting on the top. Pace car's in, green flag is back out, and there we see Sean Langton taking off. He's able to get clear of Logan Powers, but still Logan Powers right on his back bumper. He's going to try to make a pass here in the next couple laps. Powers to the outside, to the door. Oh! Big wreck for second. It's a huge pileup. Oh my goodness. And this is why I said anything can happen. Whoa. I am without words right now. That was something. Whew. So we saw Logan Powers was looking to the outside to try to see if that's how he's going to be able to pass Sean Langton. Langton washes way up off of turn number 2, and that sends Powers into the wall. See both drivers getting a little bit of air time, and that's going to clog the backstretch up and pretty much prevent anybody from coming through. See Durfee plows in, Thomas Eggleston involved, Marshall Harhay. Pretty much the only driver not involved was Eddie Hughes, which I have no idea how he got through. Let's rewind and take a look at what the wreck looked like from his perspective. And great job to Eddie Hughes for avoiding that wreck. That's why he's your current points leader. So we see Logan Power. Oh, wow. Langton flew down the track like right in time so that Hughes could get by. We only have 5 cars on track right now. Hopefully we can get some more cars on track, or this race is going to end up like Talladega Nights with only 2 cars on the track. This has just been a crazy one so far. Again, that's why I said, I mean, anything can happen. I knew it was going to get dicey up front. And that's exactly what happened. We saw the top 2 get, pretty much the whole field except for Eddie Hughes got wrecked out. Gosh, that was a crazy wrecking. I'm not sure if that's the last caution or not. And there we go. Lights on the pace car are out. We're getting ready to go back green here. Got Eddie Hughes restarting on the bottom. David Guarino restarting on the top. Here we go, coming to the green flag. Eddie Hughes taking off. He is able to get clear of David Guarino. David Guarino still right on his back bumper trying to get under him. See Mike Durfee trying to get to that 3rd spot, looking under Stephen Rochefort. We see Logan Powers is there. So Stephen Rochefort right now able to keep that. We look here back into the battle for first between Eddie Hughes and David Guarino. Guarino all over that 34's back bumper. Three to go. See, David Guarino just ran the fastest lap time of the race, 18.04. And he is right on Eddie Hughes' back bumper. Anything can happen here with 2 laps to go. We're side by side for third. We see Logan Powers back up to third. He's going to try to get up to the top 2 where he spent a lot of this race. See Thomas Eggleston also looking up Stephen Rochefort, trying to get to that 4th spot. And here we go, coming to 1 lap to go for Eddie Hughes. Able to get it through turns 1 and 2. I don't think David Guarino is going to be able to catch him unless something terrible happens. Eddie Hughes through 3 and 4. He will be getting the win, the first win of the season for the 34 machine. That is going to definitely help him in the point standings, as he was your current points leader here at the start of the race. He gets the win. Congratulations to the 34 of Eddie Hughes. And there we see Eddie Hughes doing his well-deserved burnout. And he is now going to do the Polish victory lap. See David Guarino driving by, telling him congratulations. What a race. And wait for everybody to get to the booth. Looks like we don't have first and third right now. We do have second place David Guarino available for the interview. Let's go ahead and pull him in. David, this is Atlan in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
I do.
Oh, let me go ahead and switch my headphones really quickly. Hold up. Can you give me a mic check?
You're good.
All right, awesome. So, what a race for you. I mean, you were fast for this whole race. We saw you were very, very fast in heat race number 2. Started in 10th and had to make your way up to the field, and you were able to avoid a lot of the wrecks, made some smart moves, and you were there in the end after getting minimal damage on that huge pileup before the final green flag run. And in the end, you weren't quite able to catch Eddie Hughes. I mean, what was your take on this race here at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway?
It went pretty well. My problem was in the heat race. I'd adjusted my setup because the track was a little greener, and in practice I'd raised the track bar up, made the car a little bit freer. So in that heat race, I got pinned down on the bottom early, and I got real loose, and when I lifted to save it, I slid back to like 6th or 7th, and then came back up, but that made me miss the inversion, so I had to start deeper in the field. But I thought the loose car would help me as the race went on, and it did. I was able to stay down. I was able to make some moves under people when they started to get a little bit tight. And I thought I had the big wreck on the backstretch miss, but I think when Logan came back off the wall, I think he just clipped me in the rear because I thought I had it missed. But it was a pretty good race. I was pretty happy with the setup that we had tweaked. Just a little bit too free, but I'd rather have the car too free than too tight.
For sure. Now, we saw a lot of wrecks during this race, and I know you had to make your way up to the field and had to avoid a lot of the wrecks. I mean, starting in 10th, you had a lot of cars to pass. I mean, what was your strategy to try to make your way up to the field?
Mostly just to be patient, and that's not always my strong suit. Running short track stuff, we've got 40 lap features, and we invert 14 cars. So on a normal real racing night, we pass 12 cars in 35 laps, so you don't have time to be patient. But here I just kept telling myself to be patient and just take what I could get when other guys were making a mistake and be ready to pounce. I got together with Seth at one point. We came up off the corner, and I forget who he was behind, but they got gommed up, and he swerved, and I didn't want to run him over, so I dove to the inside, and just as I did that to keep from running him over, he turned down in the corner, and we got together, which I hated. I don't know what I could have done different there. But the rest of it was just kind of being patient and letting the car come to me. because it was real loose, especially the first 2-3 laps. And so I just kind of had to hold on them restarts. I needed it to go green. My car was better if it went green 20 laps, 30 laps at a time, but we just didn't get that.
Right, but still, you're able to hang on to the car, get that second place spot. And before we let you go, David, is there anybody else you'd like to thank?
Just the guys around my car. Phaser Raceways, a slot car track I race at in South Bend, Indiana, and Pro Slot LLC. They make slot car motors. That's a buddy of mine up in Hartford, Michigan. They're on my real car too. So just a shout out for them in case any of them are listening.
Got you. Well, again, thank you so much for the interview, David. Congratulations on your second place finish. Have a great rest of your night.
Thanks you, man. Good luck with your racing.
Yep, thank you. Looks like we did have Ed Hughes in the rating room, but looks like he left. So we're going to go ahead and wrap up this broadcast here on Intensity Broadcasting. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to Intensity Broadcasting on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, as it would be greatly appreciated. Check us out on Twitter, Intensity Broad 1. We're always dropping polls. In fact, we just dropped a poll very recently on there, and we're always making posts on there, interacting with viewers, so check us out on there. And then if you haven't already, make sure to download the eRacing TV app on Roku TV or Fire TV so you can get us on your big screen. Just punch it in. 7 nights a week, there's iRacing action on there. Don't want to miss it. eRacing TV on Roku TV or Fire TV. I'm Matt Leatman-Weiston on behalf of the entire Intensity Broadcasting team. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Over and out.